Morning guys, hope you're doing well. We've come from extremely bullish, no, actually from bullish extremes to extremely bullish to fairly bullish. So we are moving away from the extremes, and that's because of the 24-hour difference. And it's telling us that the herd are starting to go long or less short. Less short is basically another way of saying they were short but they got stopped out, so that means less short. Okay, so it's like a bear liquidation short squeeze that we saw yesterday, and we might need to continue to see it, because if you look at this metric, there's 21 bears left, so there's still a ton of bears left in the equation, but they are reducing and they're being squeezed out of the market. Okay, 52 out of 100, it's okay, it's not very good, but it's not terrible. And this is the difference from last week on Tuesday. And so we saw the pound USD, they've gone long, and they're starting to go long on DAX, or as I say, less short on UK 100, US 30, and also dollar CAD and dollar Swiss as well. But you want to be careful dollar Swiss because it's very extreme. Okay, QDB scores, there's the dollar, they've really shorted the dollar, so obviously that pumped. They've gone long Aussie, and so that dumped, but that could probably do worse. That could fall a little bit more. So have a look at your Aussie pairs. We've got poor scores, a poor average, a big deduction on the score change on the Aussie CAD. Probably be careful of Aussie Kiwi maybe, but Aussie CAD could be good. They're really long now, so we might need to see a squeeze on that one potentially. Pound USD was very naughty. Hopefully you read what I put into Discord yesterday. It's all about a trap mechanic. They have to make it look like it's going up before it falls, right? And then that's what they do. And I've been trading since 2010, and I know what they're up to, and I can see what they're doing, and it's quite frustrating. And see, they make it look like as a seasoned trader, I don't want to sell it because the price action is trying to tell me do not sell. But that's what they want you to do. They want you to go long. It's a trap, okay? And that's what happened there. We were below 50%. I was saying wait for the majority to go long, and then we can fall, and we are falling on GU. Right? So it's basically waiting for the majority to succumb to their trap, and it's really, really, really cruel. But that's how it works. So if you want to know more about that, join the Discord and read what I put into the pound channel, okay? Robot did poorly. We had a poor day yesterday. It was a £25 loss, so that's actually quite poor. But we had a trap mechanic, like I keep saying, on dollar potentially. I was looking at the GU, but it could have been across multiple dollar pairs, and we had quite a lot of loss on the New Zealand dollar USD. Okay, so just something of note. If we have a negative day today, we'll have to reduce the TP by one increment, because we went to 30 pips TP and with a 25 pip stop loss, so we might need to retract that TP by 1 pip, and we really should be looking for more profit. But if things are going to consolidate like they did yesterday, we're going to accumulate positions, and then it's down to the FX gods which way it's going to go. So I mean, really, we don't really need to make any changes, really, to be fair, because yesterday was US holiday, and because it consolidated, it could have gone any way. It could have gone up or down. It's all a little bit random, to be fair. But today we won't see much consolidation. We should start seeing some trending moves. We don't really want to be trading sideways stuff, and you can hopefully see, if you look at your dollar pairs, we should be starting to trend now, and not range. We don't want to trade range in markets. We want to trade trend in markets. Okay. SLC for gold 2040, 2060. So obviously the halfway point between there is 2050. So that's going to be like a sweet spot there. So we might see price come back to the 2050, and you could look for some opportunities there potentially. FX CM market scope, DAX. But this is them less short. I don't know if this is them going long, but maybe they are. But I think this looks like less short. We had this big ramp. They're probably thinking, I don't really want it to go to all-time high. I think I might just give up. Yeah, I'll cut my losses. And yeah, and then I just sort of think, well, should I yeah, I think I'll get out, and so this is then getting less short. This pump here might have done this horrible move there as well, pretty rank, and potentially it's that was what happened. They're looking left, thinking, well, I could have my stop there, or I could just get out, and it'd be easier if I just got out, right? And then they think, well, I can come back to it later, and I'm undergoing a huge loss. They had a huge loss, and then they ejected at that point. Oh, it's just so cruel. It's horrible. Once you know how the trap mechanic works, you become very skeptical of everything that you see in the price action. So it looks like this is gonna not cross over. It looks like it's gonna continue. So we've got the new hour, so we shouldn't really be having any bullish price action here because they've gone long. So we definitely shouldn't see a price above that low, because that's where they've gone long, or less shorts. This is where they've given up here. So we'll have to wait and see. So quite interesting. You can think about the psychology aspect of it. It does make it very interesting. So sold multiple times, and then this one here, they're starting to go long or less short. So eye on that level there, 4784. Okay, fundamentals are pretty horrific right now because we've got escalation in the Middle East and all that stuff, and then the US consulate was hit by a missile in Iraq, or was nearly struck. So that's obviously risk off. So we'll have to wait and see for the New York Open, but this is going to be a support here, the fact that they'd sold it. So this might come into play again. Right, be careful. I wouldn't recommend selling this. At least wait for that to get to 50%, and then you can look for sales. Alright, got to be a bit patient. So that did increase. So they are looking to buy, which is interesting. So that's S&P done. US 30, and there you go. So there's the box. They've gone long, so we've fallen, so that's fine. And then that's it, right? We looked at gold. We looked at gold, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying in the Discord, is that this they've gone long, and I was saying we should be below this box. We spent all day above the box, and now we're falling and we're below the box, which we should have been in the first place. So this, it could be a trap, and it just took about 24 hours for it to develop. So be really careful with gold, I think, and you know where your exit's going to be. It's the 2045. So if we go above this box, look for longs to the point of equilibrium, which is 2050, and then look for sells potentially at 2050. So there's the box of support or resistance. Okay, so that's today's video. Very naughty is the stuff that they do. You'll learn what happens and how they do it by joining us in QDB, and I can teach you about what they do. And it's all quite cruel, and they'll push people to the brink, to their limit, until they get destroyed, and it's very, very cruel. So I'll remember to trade safely, and I'll speak to you guys later today in Discord and in Telegram as well. So trade safely.